Hi, I'm Larry Puckett, the DCC guy. Well, as you can see here, I've been busy while I was on this hiatus from making YouTube videos. So, in a minute, I'm going to take you through what I've done here, what it's for, where we're going to set it, and then I've got a couple of other things to fill you in on. So this isn't going to be a very long video, but hopefully it'll be informative for you. So, let's get started. Hit that little red subscribe button, and when the little bell comes up, click on it and click all. So let's start with what's in front of me right here. Now, it had been fairly cold there for a while. Matter of fact, we had a pretty good freeze here a few weeks ago. But then things got moderate again, and it's 70 degrees here right now. So we're doing real well. So I decided that while the weather was cooperative, I better get some things that I needed to do outside caught up. And one of the things that I needed was to build a corner module to connect the new module with the older Tinberry module. So that's what this is. And if you want to take a look here, basically, let me point out, I have not yet finished it. It's all done except for one thing. It's not on wheels yet. And Amazon just dropped this box off, so let me see what's in it. I'm hoping this is the wheels I ordered. And that's exactly what it is. So you know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow after I get this video loaded up onto YouTube for you guys to watch. So while you're watching the video, I'll be installing the wheels on this sucker. Okay, let me put this out of the way. So what we've got here, it's just your basic standard frame, like any the other frames that I've been building, except that it is designed to fit into a corner. So this will be in the corner. This will be the 2-foot section that connects to the new module, and this will be the 2-foot face that connects to the other module that we built about 4 years ago now, I think. So once this is installed, we'll be able to run a train 8 feet plus 3 feet plus 4 feet plus another 8. So that's 8 and 4 is 12, and 8 and 3 is 11. That's 23 feet of run. So this is the next thing that's going to get finished. Now, after that, I'm thinking that I will probably move on and do at least one of the reverse loops. And that will depend entirely on how the weather cooperates. If we have a cold winter, it ain't going to get done until sometime late spring next year. So for right now, what I'm going to be doing is then, once I get finished with this video, I will be installing the wheels just like I did on these other two modules so that this thing can wheel around here. And then I've already cut, let me show you. Let's So you can see, I've already cut the piece of plywood to go on the top, and once that's screwed on, then we'll add the foam, and then I'll run the track that will connect this module with this one, and we'll be able to do some running. I will go ahead and show you when I lay the foam road bed here to go on this curved piece of track, because there were some questions from folks about whether or not, and I had them too as I pointed out in the video, how well that foam, the high density foam that Walthers is selling now, was going to take a curve like this. And I believe this is a 36-inch radius curve. I have to check my diagram and see, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So we'll be getting that done and getting track installed and get it all wired up. And sometime in the next month, we'll be able to run a train the entire length of the 11 plus 12, the 23 feet run of the layout as it will be. And then the next step after that, I think we'll be adding the 2 reverse loops, and then we'll have continuous running on here. Down the road, we'll be adding some more modules to make this longer on this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to add another module here, because this is going to go quite deep once I add that reverse loop. It's a big reverse loop. Matter of fact, these reverse loops are about 10 or 12 foot long each. So they're going to be something interesting. I've got to figure out how to build those. Okay, so that's it for that. And in the next video, you'll see the final version of this. Once we get all of these modules connected, then I think I'm going to go ahead and start with scenery. So let's take a look over here at the Alexander module that we've been working on this fall, and I'll show you something I've done here. Okay, so you remember we built the track going back to the area along the wall here where I had the 2 flats set up. So this is the original, the first flat that I built, and I've decided to put it right here and leave it there. The thing that I changed is this flat right here, because it was originally going to be out here somewhere. After laying the track and then running a test run back and through here several times, I changed my mind and decided that this flat looked better here, because it just fits in better, because I had originally thought of putting interstate oil in here and having an oil and propane and maybe coal dealership, but this seemed to fit better. It just seemed to work better for an industrial area. So we'll have this structure here, which will be a meat packing plant, and then this one, I'm not sure, it might be a furniture factory, something like that. And then over here, another factory of some kind. I haven't made any decisions yet as to exactly what those 3 factories or warehouses or whatever they're going to be are actually going to be designated. But we will have the Railway Express building here where we can unload and load cars. And this, I'm not sure, this might be the Southern Railway office there attached to the Railway Express building and sharing its freight services with Railway Express. And this is just going to be designated as a team track here. But I might end up putting a scale track in here because I have one of the scale tracks. I have 2 scale tracks that I could put in here. So that's something I've been thinking about doing. I'm not sure if this piece of track is going to be long enough for that. Another thing that I'm going to be doing next will be building another 4-foot module to go either on one side or the other of this main module, because I want it to be longer, because I do want to have the interstate oil and propane dealership in there, maybe a coal facility as well. So we've got that and the pulp loading yard as well. I'm allowing this to evolve as I work on the layout, because sometimes it just works out better that way, that things look different to you once you start populating the layout with buildings and decide how they fit best together. So that's where I'm going with that one and what we'll be doing in the future. But one of the things that I do want to get started, though, is to do some scenery work, because there's a lot that needs to be done in here. I still have some scenery work to be done on the old module. So we'll be doing a lot of that and in the future. So something that I think will be good for the winter time, to just get down here, work on some scenery, work on what we're going to do as far as these different industries, and getting this built out and pretty well finalized. So that's where we're going with this in the future. Well, as I said, this is going to be a short video, so let's wrap this up. You've seen what I've got started here. So hopefully in another week or so, I will have this completed and slid in here in this corner and connected to these other two modules so that we can at least try to run a train through here. And after that, we'll get back to doing the scenery work that I just talked about. So that's it for now. Hopefully my back will hold up and I will not be sidelined again like I was for the last couple of weeks. That's what's been going on and why I haven't been doing videos. But in the meantime, you guys have a great weekend and a great week. And I'll see you here again in a week or two once I've got this ready and finalized to the point where we can actually do something with it. So, take it easy. Bye now.